Let's talk about Miss Keke Palmer, who is a woman after my own heart. Now, I don't know if this is a Virgo thing or this might be just a people thing, but Keke Palmer recently did, she popped up on the Today, well, they call it Today. I still refer to it as the Today Show with Jenna Bush Hager and Chanel Jones. I guess that's the new replacement. I thought that big old queen, Justin Sylvester, was going to get the job. But I guess the games is too much for daytime. This is why we over here on YouTube. But anyway, so she sat down with them and they started talking about, because she has a show called The Burbs, which I believe is based on the movie that Tom Hanks starred in back in the day. So yeah, they have a TV show coming out of that called The Burbs that's about to head to Peacock. So she was on the show promoting it, and Palmer introduced the topic after Hager, I'm not y'all putting people age up in here. Hager was 44 and Jones was 47, discussed what the Today Show described as a new dating trend. It's not new, but okay. In which people discuss important issues, marriage, politics, their interest in having children on a first day. Okay, they're saying their thing is a new dating trend. She said, I think it's actually good. Just get it out of the way, because sometimes you end up talking to somebody and y'all never talk about anything real, any other things that actually show capability life-wise. So then they also ended up getting into this question about, would you want to live with someone who is, if you ever get in a relationship, husband, boyfriend, whatever the case is, would y'all ever want to live together? So Keke basically went, and here's what she said, because I got the clip. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talk. I was going to play the YouTube video, but I was like, I don't know. NBC Universal gets real funny when you play their videos, and I don't want a copyright strike. So we're just going to use the Neighborhood Talk and get around it.
Please pretend we're on a first date. Okay. And I'm like, okay, Keke, yeah, do you want the steak? Yeah, okay. Yeah. And so do you want kids?
I could be open, but one thing I need you to know is that I never want to live together.
You're so quick. Should I take it personally?
I like my alone time.
But is that real?
That's real.
Oh, wait, are you speaking as Keke?
Yeah,
I'm speaking as the Keke.
Not the
Okay, girl. I honestly, I just feel like, Whoopi Goldberg said it best once. She was like, I don't want nobody in my house.
Yeah.
Wait. Time out. You're for real right now?
She's for real. So marry even.
So you're going to live around the corner?
Around the corner would be great.
What about a guest house? Would you let him live in the guest house?
We can be in a guest house. You know what I'm saying? We can be on the same, land, but I'm over there and he's over there.
Yeah.
At best, separate rooms.
Okay.
So what about, you go to the bathroom, you have the 2 toothbrushes?
No, so he can mess my bathroom.
Is that your hot take? So if that's your hot take.
That's one of them.
And that's a hot
I can't close my mouth.
But think about how fun it would be to be like, I'm going over to my man's house.
Yeah.
Over there.
It keeps it. You know what? It keeps things right.
It's fun and exciting. I want to go sit on his couch.
Pretend we're on a first date.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, Keke, yeah, do you want the steak? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And so do you want kids?
Okay, so that was her opinion on that. And in my opinion, I actually agree with her. I don't feel no waist high. But I actually agree with her opinion on that. Like, I don't see what is the issue. I do feel like that is becoming, I guess you can call it a trend, that there are more people living separate than apart. I say if y'all live you get an apartment on the same floor, maybe in the same building. If y'all are homeowners, up the street, around the corner. I don't find nothing wrong with the fact of people living separately. I'm all for it, because I said the same thing. I like my independence. And that's probably why I think in so many ways that I've made the conscious decision of not forming a relationship, because I don't want that whole thing of so we gonna live together. Because my thing was no, I like my privacy. I like the fact of having my own room. I like having my own space, because I don't want you coming up in here and start messing up my stuff. I'm real particular about how I have things. So I wouldn't want with a significant other to us to have to share a place. I know it's an old school thing where you have, generations have had to kind of put up with that because that was considered the norm. But you're starting to see more people doing it. Cheryl Lee Ralph don't live with her husband. She's been with the senator for what, almost 2 decades or maybe over 2 decades. And they've managed to make it work. And I know a lot of people look at this and be like, well, they got money. They can afford to do it. There's regular people who do not have Keke Palmer money that are in relationships and live separately. I have a friend. I won't tell his business. They've been in a homosexual relationship for about 18 years, not even married, live separately. And they travel, they go to Puerto Rico, they go to all these different places together as a couple, and they hang out. And whenever he does his DJ gigs or whatever the case is, you always see them there, the partner and everything. But they have their separate places. They do their own thing, but they come together when they need to, and they make it work. And they don't have a smidge. And they work at the same job together because that's how they met. Because I used to work with them. So they have their own thing going on, but they live separate, and they make it work. I think I gotta ask the next time I say, how y'all make y'all situation work? Because I just talked about this on the show. But it's like, yeah, people have found a way to make that straight. You don't have to have Keke Palmer money in order to be able to live separate lives. It's like, yeah, we do our own thing, and we value our own space, and we don't need to be up under each other, because there's a lot of that goes in a relationship where people feel like, oh, we need to always cuddle. We always got to be up each other's ass, or my face got to be up your behind like the human centipede. You don't have to live your life like that. It's like, it's like what Pink says in that song, it's like, give me a chance to miss you. So I be wanting to miss the person I'm with. I don't always want to have to be around the person all the time. So I'm not mad at what Keke Palmer had to say, but let's see what some of the people said in the comments over at the Neighborhood Talk. One person said, only people who have lived with a significant other before understand this. I did not enjoy it, not one bit. So look, and at least we could say that, yes, Keke has experienced it, and is from that baby daddy of hers with the drama she was going through and probably in other relationships. She's like, nah, I'm good. I like my peace. Another person, and this is the part where it's going to piss me off because I hate when people say this. I understand, but you just ain't been in love with the right one yet. I'm like, stop trying to project your stuff on other people. Oh, you ain't met the right one. Because look, when I get to this Jason Bateman, Charlie XCX story after this one, he said pretty much the same damn thing, which caused a backlash against what he had to say regarding that. We'll get to that in a second, but I gotta lube y'all up a little bit before we get to that story. Now, another person, I used to think this ish was insane, and then I lived with a man. Another person said, the girls have been alone for so long, we fell in love with a clean, peaceful home. We still love the guys, but just not enough to shack up. Another person, my grandparents were married for over 40 years until death, and they had separate rooms. So it was like, yeah, even if y'all live under the same roof, you can get a separate room. Remember back in the day when they used to have them sleep in separate beds in the same room? So, it manifests in different ways. Now somebody said that 90s rich auntie cut looks good on her. Well, you kind of see the picture because I kind of got it up here, that little short dude. Another person said, do you not like y'all spouses? I love a little powder room to get, not the powder room, because we start thinking about booger sugar, sis. They said, do you not like your spouses? I love a little powder room to get ready and read, but not live with my spouse at all. Interesting. Well, look, what works for you works with you, for you. And look, and some people, if you like living with a significant other, then you live with that significant other. You go off and do your thing with that person if it works for you. Not everything is for everybody. And there are some people that it's just like, yeah, sometimes living apart might save your marriage. So as I said it before, what works for you works for you. I don't try to knock how people's life choices or how they choose to do their relationship, because not all relationships are supposed to be, we're not all a monolith in regards of like how we follow relationships. Whatever works for you, as I said, works for you. So shout out to you, Keke. That's what I was saying. I don't know if that's a Virgo thing or that could just be people in general, but a lot of us Virgos, we like our space. I like my space a little too much. I think I like my independence a little too much. So I say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story? Do you agree with Keke, or do you feel like, okay, whatever works for you works for you? Or do you like living with a significant other. I know some people do, and y'all have your little arguments, whatever the case is, but this is her decision, and she ain't hurt nobody, so who we to judge? So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.